Settings. Uh-huh. Yes. Well, that's usually better if it's not too high. Upscaling. Quality. Fine. Okay. Gameplay, tutorials, music. At least they started with the music a bit lower. That's my usual, 50, 70, 90. I think that's what I arrive at for most games. Rotate, head of display. Okay, seems good. Let's go. Standard. The gods favor you with abundance but can't win your battles for you. You start with a fair number of resources, moderate heal rate, and faith gain. And your enemies are at a basic threat level. Yeah. I want to start on brutal.
Over the years, Calanthea grew under my rule. My campaign to unite the South is almost over. As we speak, my son is directing our army against the remaining forces of the Southern Resistance. Once we're done there, we shall take the North. It's filled with all sorts of vile creatures, but also rich in the gold that I need. Only a few barbaric tribes are desperate enough to inhabit these lands. As my steward, you will have one of them at your disposal. The Tribe of the Dawn. Secure the Golden Root before our army arrives. My emissary Edwin will watch your progress. Fail me, and you will face a fate much worse than any of the savages you've ever fought before.
Wow. That doesn't sound too great.
The Tribe of the Dawn was always a humble community of Dabo worshippers. Their elder, Bogdan, is neither a warrior nor a strategist. When the Calanthians came with their threats and promises, they had no choice but to obey. They agreed to guide them through the Lozatian forests, hoping for peace and survival.
Here we are, steward. No wonder our king chose you for this mission. You're more than worthy of this disgusting land. Are you sure we're in the right place? Where is that meek old coward who calls himself a
Welcome, my lords. I am Bogdan, elder of the Tribe of the Dawn. I will guide you through the Losatian woods. But, if I may, where are your warriors?
The king's forces will come when the time is right. Until then, we are your new masters.
As pledged, my lord. My tribe will follow the orders of the king's steward. They are your people now. I trust you'll take good care of them.
We will, if they do their work. Did they find a place to set up camp?
Yes, sir. Our scouts have found a good spot for our first Gord. A nearby pond should provide enough reeds and food to start a small settlement.
This is depressing. Okay. Frames are dropping a bit here and there, but I think it should be fine. The turning speed is rather slow. We can increase that a bit, I think.
My lord, please order our subjects to move. We should follow our scouts' footsteps. We are not safe here.
Okay, you can see all your living subjects. Suspects? What? Sorry. With detailed information displayed on their portraits, such as their profession, icon, health bar, insanity bar, and current modifiers. Now let's get tabard. Use up and down. Like the arrow keys. Panic run. Right, okay, so we grab them. We can also grab them and then control click to add and order them to move over there. Yeah, okay. We're supposed to go through here. Right. Okay. Right, we're supposed to get over there.
Wretched wolves! Those are the bodies of our scouts. There isn't much for us to bury, but it seems like one got away. With Dabo's help, he'll find his way back to us.
We've got a mini-map with a top-down view. Interactive objects are marked. The Census View provides you with additional tactical information about your surroundings, including enemies, interactive objects displaying sanity and faith gain, ranges, and displaying a select subject's range of sight and range of healing. That's a messy tutorial. Okay. Now we can have a look at the broken card. May it hold treasures. Okay. Let's pick one. So range of senses is on N. This is what they can see. This is what they can hear. And the purple trees are probably magic. We know that now. I can leave the sense view active. Or I can turn it off. Of course we've got shooting with them. We can panic run. Sanity gain is not really something we can see at the moment. Filter resources. Aura. Structures. Friendly subjects. I always want to say suspects. That's totally wrong. Treasure. Points of interest. Okay. So you only hear what they hear. Enemies can have multiple attacks, special abilities, and buffs. Some may attack the closest, while others focus on the weakest. Use strategies, subject, professions, items, and so on and so forth. We can hear it outside of our hearing range. Is that correct? Okay, that was a lot of wolves. Our visual range is a bit low, isn't it? Oh, this is very messy. Guarding. very not strategic.
Someone has harmed our brother.
Super messy is what this is. And they just vanish. You have like an inventory or something? Okay, so the plants heal us. Well, that's good to know. There are more over there. So you can queue up. Movement.
Sir, we've reached the pond our scouts told us about. It is indeed a fine location for a Gord. We have access to water, reeds, and other resources here. But first, let's build a palisade. These wooden walls...
Shut up. Wood, reed, food, clay, iron, gold. Okay, there are parameters. Gord's growth, Gord's sanity, Gord's faith. Wood and reed. Basic upkeep is food. Gold is required for military. Clay and iron are for upgrades. Construction, population, incantation. Okay. New birth. Capacity 8. We have 5. Casting spells. Okay, let's see. Now we're coming up on... I'm not sure if proper, you know, simple movement controls and camera controls need that much of an introduction. That was nearly 20 minutes now. I don't think that's necessary. No, let's see. We are supposed to build a palisade. Oh, hello. Now, if we build it so... No, we can't build it so that it crosses the pond. That's not allowed. But close to the pond is good. We have... Oh! So, these are the requirements that you need to meet. And apart from that, you can shape it however. I want one of the gates, or the gate, close to the pond. So this already counts as the pond, okay. Initial gourd size cannot be too small. Cannot be too large. Interesting. That's, you know, that's new. You can go for a circular shape, or you can just do something that looks a tiny bit different. And it costs different amounts of wood, so if I start a bit smaller, I save some building materials. Let's build for 150. Suggest. You're off. Okay, go, go, go. Now they're gonna get busy with the shitty weather. Meanwhile we wait. Okay. It looks a bit like we're building one of the depressing villages from The Witcher 2. No, from The Witcher 1, actually.
Good. The palisade will keep us safe. Now, we need to think of how to make use of the resources we have.
Yes.
Hold on, old fool. This is just a minor stop on our...
My lord.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna skip them. They are boring me. Build a lumber mill. That's good. That costs us 25 reed. We've got 215, so that's fine. First such a building in the Gord. Okay. It automatically rotates a bit. And that looks very weird. I can rotate manually, right? So we're gonna put the lumber
Unable
here.
to build here.
How about there then? The end is nigh. Indeed. The bar guest is gonna wait outside the door. I can see it. It's spring, it's April, it's raining. That makes so much sense. Professions determines what adults can do. Yes. We've got a blacksmith, a hunter, a guard, and a herbalist, right? Mm-hmm. Wheat farmer. In grain fields. Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah, a scout. Use torches to range far beyond the palisade. Learn the lay of the land. Search for any possible threats. Guardian will stay close to the protected subject and defend them from attackers. That mouse over is wrong. A hunter. Iron miner. Okay, cool. We can't do anything. We're gonna send our scout out there. And our hunter back here. Yeah, so that's our hunter. That's our scout. Food, reed. Water cane can be cut by thatchers and processed into reed at a thatchery. Okay. We need fishermen. Have a look around. Oh! Health bars. I'm gonna go around the pond. I'm gonna turn the sensors off, that looks weird. Uh-oh. Our scout is going to fall back and let the hunter do this.
Our brother's hands are idle.
Play worker. Okay. Now we can get a bit closer. The audio seems to be really well done. So this guard subject that always pops up, I'm really not sure. Okay, now I'm sending our scout to guard the hunter. Wrong profession. But they can't.
Our sister has been idle for some time now.
Pigs. Oh, aggressive pigs. How are you supposed to hunt them if you can't see? The answer is you're not.
Our brother needs help.
What kind of hunter gets jumped by pigs? I mean, rushed at yes, but jumped.
A foe is attacking our structures.
Really? Are we gonna get wrecked by some wild
our
pigs?
building. One of our buildings is being attacked.
Yeah, could you? Somehow the control is very challenging. I'm not gonna... Yeah. Enemies have breached our defenses, yeah. There's goblins in the...
Destroying our Gord.
Okay. So we are unable to hunt We can't hunt with our hunter. We can't collect wood with anyone. This might prove to be challenging. Let's see. Can we teach someone to be a lumberjack? They just process the felled trees. They're cutting down the tree. What? Okay, so you can give them new jobs by putting them in the houses, in the production facilities. And what do we do with you? You gotta pick that plant up. It's gonna heal you. Right? Yeah. Needs a forager's hut, so we can't do anything with the mushrooms. Okay, so now I've understood that. The tutorial said earlier that they do automatically what their job description says, but the hunter is not doing anything. And I don't think we got any meat from the pigs either. What, lords? Okay, so the brighter the area, the better. Temporarily. Blue stones. Oh, hello. 34 wood. Huh? Can be upgraded twice. Can we build more than one gate into our Gord? Otherwise, tiny bit lame. Build a thatchery. Yay! Go, go, go. Sadly, we don't have anyone named Margaret, but she would work there now. Yeah, the game's a bit different than I expected it to be, all things considered. But I think I got most of the confusion resolved now. Gather and deposit some reed. Well, and Selma, we don't have wheat, so we'll now be doing the thatching, and our hunter will guard you while you do that. Or just stay here and watch over them, basically. It's cool that you can send people to guard others while they do their dangerous jobs outside of the palisade. That's a pretty cool effect. So, compared to other builders, you actually have a few people to care about, which might be great if they get a bit more. But where are they going? They're going outside to... Hey, Gaming Tech, welcome in. They're going outside to kick some trees' asses. Badger, thanks for the shout out. And welcome. Welcome in. We're checking out Gord. It's a very odd kind of game. No, it's a very obvious builder game, but it has clearly a survival aspect to it and a supernatural one. But I'm still struggling a bit with how this is supposed to work. It's a bit... It's doing things differently. Let's put it like that. How is it going? Oh, Forever Skies. We're going to have a look at that later. How did you like it?
I suppose you people are used to starvation, but I am not. Steward, order these peasants to bring me some food.
Yeah, he's the good guy in this. He's also the very charismatic... No, he's not.
Sire, if I may, our people had some rations saved, but we will run out soon. We really need to start gathering food.
Ooh. Now it's time to go fishing. Otherwise we go insane. Okay. Build a forager's hut. So it's very gated progression. The fisher lives close to the entrance here. Very gated progression in the demo. Which is fine, I guess, right? I guess that's fine. We do have enough wood now. And we don't want to cut down the one in the middle of the settlement. You got a wee bit done, nice. Yeah, I looked at it last year, or earlier this year. I can't honestly remember if it was Next Fest in February or if it was somewhere in December. But yeah, Forever Skies was promising. I mean, you know, it's a survival crafter, but I found the setting to be really cool. So I'm looking forward to checking it out later. And this is our playlist for today. Look at that. Potential bonus game. Yeah, I did. It's the right direction. Looks good and plays good. Perfect. Building and upgrading more versatile structure raises your Gord's growth. Reaching a certain level of growth unlocks new types of structures and allows you to house more subjects.
The settlement's growth has significantly increased.
Yeah, you can go home and deliver. We've got so much thatcherinos you can get to on the fishing job. And Selma can do something else. Wait, isn't this a fisherman? No, forager. I thought it was a fisher. Ah, okay, so now we've got 2 foragers. I'm going to send a guard with them. Otherwise the wolves are going to come. It's a bit creepy, this game. We've been attacked by a bunch of pigs earlier. So it remains to be seen. Oh no, they cut down the village tree. Oh. Whoops.
Insubordinance.
My lord.
Yeah, I'm skipping the dialogue. It takes forever and is super depressing. Now, we've got a sanity level. The Gord's sanity represents the average mental health. And it's influenced by these things. Okay. Avoid experiencing mental afflictions. Well, I try to do that. A meadery. Seriously, we're going to drink our sorrows away. Try using yellow herbs. Standing in the light helps. Near carvings. Kill enemies. What? That's good for your sanity? I beg to differ. Build a meadery. A storehouse. Oh, advanced shenanigans. Meadery costs a lot of stuff, but allows us to get drunk. Yeah, okay, interesting concept. I think the yellow bar is the sanity. I haven't figured out how to get more details. You can focus on them, but you can't really get more details. Right, so a mouse over. The mouse over is also broken. It would be great if we get some more information about them, because this way I don't really care whose daughter they are. It's a bit of a missed opportunity. They're just people with a job description on the side in form of a little icon, which changes instantly when you send them to another job. So earlier the game told me that the subject's profession determines what they can do as an adult, but if you can just send them to any building so they do whatever, I don't really see that it matters much, right? You can build this. You can help. But yeah, I mean, this can potentially be a builder that sticks out a bit because it is handling things so differently. So you can check out the demo if you want on Steam. 5 people versus the pigs, kinda. It's wolves also, and I guess it's scarier monsters as well. What's this here? Currently unavailable. Wait. Yeah, so the user interface is pretty borked. This main gate pop-up is not stopping. I don't know why, because my mouse is here. There's no main gate here. Yeah, I don't know, because I poked the boar, I think. Okay, here's everything explained. As you can see, super simple game. There's nothing to it. But they did spend 10 minutes explaining how to right-click. Super weird. The tutorial needs to be overhauled. That's focusing on completely wrong things. Assign a subject to the drinky. There, drinky. Torchlight. Okay, make sure to not stay in the dark for too long. Okay. Build a sky tower. Can we build that outside our thing? No. Ah. There you go. Scouting tower. Bird, build the thing, and Selma will not get eaten by wolves, probably. Maybe. You help. Is this how you help building? No, it's not. These rude people. So, yeah, we're gonna see what happens with the Scout's Tower. But so far it's been very depressing, dark and gloomy. So.
The citizens' morale has risen.
Who's risen? Morale. Growth. The meadery gives us +5 sanity. That's a lot. Burying people increases the sanity as well. Do we need to kill someone then? Military is not paid. What? Okay. Who is our initial scout? It was her. Third, move it. Third is now in the meter.
Right, old.
They regenerate over time, slowly, okay? Third, meadery. Go. Okay. Build a Balia. What now? We need more wood! How about work harder? You get some help from Tiernan. Yarnam. They all sleep outside in the rain. You can scout. Okay. There's the new birth progress bar. So how do they make babies? So they just wait for the bar to fill up. Right. That's how they do it. yeah, and the population menu is making sense. Preview. That's what I was looking for. Finally. So, you're off. Son of Jaromir has no items yet. They've got skills. So it does make sense to let them work certain jobs. That is not a good solution how they did that in the user interface. Look at all the stats here. And the only way I can access that is with... He's a martial artist. And he's afraid of Polosh. He consumes 3.3 food. The only... No, I don't want to dismiss that. I want to close the bloody window. The only way to access this information is to click on population, on this button, and then on the person you want to check out. That's very cumbersome. For such an important bit of information, I wonder why they didn't make a mouse over for this box that gives you more information.
Our are enjoying their quality of life.
Like, pop it out over the screen. I don't care. Just give me a summary of the information we just saw in the population window. Like strength and weaknesses, I would need to see that, and maybe items, and I could have this here, not in the quick pop-up. Yeah, that's a fair bit of criticism also. That's a bathing house. Yeah, there's a curse kind of thing. Eternal darkness. With the great curse came an endless darkness. Telling day from night is only possible by following the moon's cycles, as well as a faint purple hue cast by a crippled remnant of daylight. Calanthian astronomers and sages seek answers in their studies of stars and planets, but the people of Lysatia simply believe in the old tales that forbidden magic and the wrath of the gods are the cause of the never-ending darkness. Even the worshippers of Dabo are losing hope of the sun ever regaining rulership of the skies. That's why they get insane, because it's permanently dark. And that's why fire and light is so important. You can't be scared anymore. You need to work there. But it's a bit dry and formulaic in parts. The atmosphere is getting lost in the user interface / information channeling. This is a game where I expect that it will become much more interesting after a few hours have been spent. Currently, I find it rather not engaging. The music is brilliant, it fits the whole atmosphere, but the graphics are just okay-ish. I don't really get much out of it. Yeah, so...
One of our people came across some familiar tracks.
Now, you're about to finish the first scenario of the campaign mode. Oh, would you have guessed? No, the ball is up there. Let's go for normal speed. What's the quickest way? So his sanity is going to go down. You can have their sense range. They can't really see far. And I understand that it's total darkness, so that's why they can't really see far. So they would need backup because there's some wildlife there. Now we send the hunter. Who still is a hunter for some reason. Why is he still a hunter? Do they get their original profession back? Unskilled in fighting. Ha! Yay! Who do we send to protect Tavern? Our worst fighter. That's a good plan. Let's do that. So you can send one person to guard the other, so they automatically follow. Try to protect them. Get some healing. Okay, hello. Lots of wolves. And in the beginning of the game, we had a situation. Will you kindly go over there? We had a situation where we were running into a bunch of wolves, and it was just as messy as it is now. They're standing so close to each other then that you can't really tell who's got how much health, and then you need to check over here. And then these pop-ups overlap, so there's a lot of work that needs to be done for the user interface. Yeah, legendary wolf has got no chance. We found staff. The wolf's paw. What's this? The incantation tree. We don't have that yet. Go away. I pressed I for inventory, but there's no quick button to go to the individual population panel. There was something that was called preview. View. Ah, okay, that's at least a bit. So now we go over here. They've got the paw, which is only usable by a subject with any experience at level 3. It's rare, it's a trophy, it gives you extra attack damage to wolves and less attack damage from wolves. Exactly. So the game's feedback mechanisms are not good. Not good enough. I don't know why he's got a bow and the other throw. So Ferd is originally a hunter, but he did other jobs in between. She started not naked, she's in the bathhouse now, but she started as a wheat farmer, and now she's a scout. Everybody's in the bathhouse. They are lumberjacks, but they all started with some profession, but it's not possible to figure out what it was, because they pick up the profession of the houses you send them to in your ward, and that is very confusing. I don't even want to call it a system. It's a very confusing thing. So who's in the box? I'm not convinced, sadly. The screenshots were more, and the description were more promising, to be honest.
What is he blabbering on about? I can't understand a word.
He claims he was attacked by the wild folk, people of the forest. But they have never attacked us before, unless they were provoked.
Clearly they had a change of heart.
He says they're walking toward...
Alright. Yeah, I don't know. They're supposed to release in August. For me personally, it's too rough around a lot of edges to expect a good full release in August. I guess it has potential because of how it does things differently with its small group that needs to survive. But ultimately, I don't know. The fact that you can have custom scenarios might just be good because the campaign, at least it starts out pretty boring. And you get these tutorials that are really not so great, and the progression is just click on this, then you click on that, and then you click on this, and you click on that. There's no decision-making process at all, aside from the shape of your Gord and where to put the buildings, which is helping, but it's not much. And the characters are not really something you connect to because they... Yeah, maybe I misunderstood the concept there, but they changed their professions according to what they're doing, and apparently some of them can drop back to what they initially started with, or not. We are not sure. It's too messy. The user interface and the information flow is too messy. I get that it's a complex game, right? If you go to the... if you go into the game and click on the help button.
The Tribe of the Dawn was always a humble community of Dabo worshippers.
Yeah.
Their elder, Bogdan, is neither a warrior nor a strategist.
No, he's an old
When the
man.
Calanthians came with their threat...
When you click here, right, you get explanation for what happens on the map, which is a lot of things. So it's going to get more interesting, right? But it just doesn't feel like it is going to be very exciting or enjoyable. Maybe it's also going a bit past the mark for me personally, right? I'm not saying it's in general a bad thing, but I feel like this needs to simmer a bit more. I don't know. It has some really cool ideas, like you send someone out to forage in the dark, and then you get another person, give them a torch, and let them guard them so they can survive whatever's happening. And then you need to deal with you know, raids and plagues and horrors, and there's magic in this and all that. But the first bit, that was a bit boring, and it didn't really feel good. But it's hard to describe that. You need to try out the demo and give it a shot. If you are interested in the game as such, don't let me throw you off. It's just me personally, I'm probably gonna wait. But yeah, for what it's worth, it was interesting to see Gord. It's cool that we had a look at the demo. And I'll fire up the next game.